Morning world, it's about 8 a.m. It's the 2nd of May 2013. This is my forecast for today. The moon's in Aquarius today. It's a nice enough moon. There's some nice enough aspects happening. It's not going to be too difficult today. So I'm looking at the chart and I'm looking at it in a geocentric perspective, which means with the Earth in the middle of the horoscope. And this is what astrologers use for doing individual charts or charts of countries or events. It puts the Earth at the centre, and because of this, planets that are outside of the Earth but on the same side of the Sun as the Earth is, are seen as going backwards against the backdrop of the sky. This is called retrograde motion, of which I'll deal with more another time. However, when the horoscope has the Sun at the centre, it is called heliocentric astrology, and then there are no retrogrades. And heliocentric is used much more for mundane astrology, as in not individually affecting humans. I use mundane astrology primarily for what I see as planetary wide effects that are not human orientated. For example, if I see a strong heliocentric aspect between Jupiter and Uranus, such as the one that will be arising around the middle of July of this year, then I'm really thinking, well, Jupiter brings an upswelling, it expands, it grows, it makes things larger than life. And often when Jupiter and Uranus are together, it is a fairly common experience that there are major hurricanes, tornadoes, or particularly volcanoes that go up. And there is this big Jupiter-Uranus square, Jupiter-Pluto opposition that's coming up around the 2nd, 3rd, 4th week of July that is going to have a large scale effect geophysically on the planetary surface in terms of upswellings, upsurges. The opposite is true now. As we speak, Mars and Saturn are opposed to each other. Mars in the sky is one side of the Sun, Saturn in the sky is the opposite. And if a straight line were drawn in between the two of them, then the Sun would be in the middle, but so would the Earth. And Saturn, heliocentric level, has a different effect to Jupiter. Whereas Jupiter is about growth and expansion and upswelling and upsurging, Saturn is much more about contracting and settling. I noticed that just through one of the video channels I watch, I think this one was Suspicious Observers, I noticed that in recent weeks and months, the sea floor off at the south of Java and Bali into the north of northwest Australia has risen a good few hundred feet in recent months. There seems to be quite a lot of underground seismic activity there. And I suggest that Mars opposite Saturn is a high risk earthquake potential. It would not astonish me to see significant Earth movements in the coming 2 or 3 days. And whenever Saturn and Jupiter are playing with the big boys or Mars in a heliocentric chart, it's almost sure that there will be some type of geophysical disturbance on the planet, whether that be volcano, hurricane, tornado, or earthquake. And today, tomorrow, the next day, maybe the day after, yeah, this is pretty strong. And if it's not going to come out as some type of earthquake, then there's going to be some other type of deep-rooted structural movement, which could be collapse or there's more and more buildings coming down. That's what I'm seeing just in the next few days. This is not global major crisis or trauma. This is not the big one. That might be in July. It might be. We'll see come mid-July. But no, it's just a little bit of a heads up. But today there is this kind of, well, it's Mars opposite Saturn energy in the background. It's almost as if everyone's just that little bit on edge. It's not as if you actually want to punch someone, but there is this desire for physical exertion and action that needs to be addressed. And with today's moon in Aquarius potentially squaring Mars and Saturn, there is a need for physical energy as opposed to just sitting on it. Otherwise you will get into trouble. Okay, that's it, folks. Catch you later. Bye.